Hi everybody. I'm back this week. I didn't make a video last week because I was actually not feeling very well and I had a cough, and that would have made for a lovely video. So here I am back again today, and I'm gonna show you how to shape today. This is a video tutorial on shaping. So what I've done is I've actually formed some nails out on some Gel X nails, and I used my acrylic to do this, my colored acrylic line, and I glued them to the back of part of I don't know if you can see it or not, there's the little nubbin from the nails that come with your hand, these nails right here, and I just cut all but the little nub off of it. And then I glued the Gel X to that, and then I slid it up into the track here. I don't have the fingers on it because it seems like when the fingers are on there, they don't push in there hard enough. So whenever I'm using the artificials now, I just take the silicone fingers. They look like this, and they just slide right off, and I just put them over here, and then just slide that little, I don't know if you can see it or not, up under there, that little nubbin, and just slides right up into that track up under there, and it holds it, locks it in place so you can file. So I'm going to show you 4 different ways to file nails. I'm going to move this just a little bit. I have 4 different nails here. We're going to do a long narrow stiletto. I'm going to do a ballerina. I'm going to do a stiletto, and I'm going to do a coffin to show you how to hold your file when you're filing and how to file these to look like they do on some of these photos you see on Pinterest and Instagram, things like that. They're obviously photoshopped, but I'm putting my mask on because I still had a cough, and so I hold my file. I don't know if you can see this or not. There's a little gap between here and down here. We're wanting to remove that gap, so holding your file straight up and down, not like this, not like this. Hold your file straight up and down. You're just going to file that. If I can get it on there. And I'm trying to kind of hold the nail there too. Once you get that gap filed, that should be a long, straight stiletto. Now this is going to be up into the portion of the nail that meets back here. A lot of people want to file like this, but they're missing this gap. So then it's going to look rounded rather than straight. So you want to go all the way back. I don't know if you can see that on my nail. Let me see here. You want to go all the way back to this very corner on someone's nail, but stay off of their, you're not wanting to rest the file on their skin and file them raw. You're just wanting to file right here. And you file right there straight, that's going to give you a nice straight line. Okay? So, onward with this one. I'm going to hold my finger right here. This is where I always hold my client's finger too, so that the nail, especially if they're extra long, it doesn't feel like I'm just really filing away at their fingernail and making it bounce all over the place. It can be uncomfortable for the client if you don't hold their fingernail. So I always hold it over the top. I don't know. Let's see. There we are. We're in the. I always hold it over the top. And my thumb here, so that my thumb right here. Pretend this is their finger, and that way you're filing on your own thumb instead of their finger. And you don't want to worry about what the side of the nail so much looks like right now, because I'll show you what we're doing. See how that's filing the color away? That's fine. We'll come back later and all of this is going to go away because you're going to straighten it up. So now over here on this side, I put this finger here. And file straight. This is if you're hand filing. If you're good at doing the e-file, more power to you. I haven't quite picked that one up yet, but this is for beginners if they want to use their hand file to learn how to do a nice, straight, narrow stiletto. Okay, so we're coming down to this point now. See how it's becoming a nice sharp point? We still got a little bit more on this side because it still looks pretty round. So these are encapsulated with clear, and that way we're not removing the glitter, because there is some glitter in these. And then you're just going to want to bring that in to your very sharp point. Now, once you're done with that, you want to go on your side. You don't want to go up like this, you don't want to go down like this. You just want to keep your file just as straight as you can and file that side nice and straight all the way back to that where it meets the finger. Again on this side. And we're just going up under there and we're cleaning that up. Okay, once you get that through, you simply buff your top. Because if you did a good build, you shouldn't have to use your drill. Sometimes I use my drill around the cuticle area, but obviously since there is no cuticle area here, we're not going to do that today, but you just want to give it a good buff and get it all nice and smooth. And that one's ready to top coat. That was the narrow stiletto. This is going to be the ballerina nail. Same thing, you're wanting to come from that corner down. You want to hold over the top of the nail. And on the tip, on the very tip, you're going to want to kind of round, just slightly round. And then you want to come over here to this side and you want to do the same thing. And see how my file is straight up and down? It stays straight up and down. You have a little bit more give way on the ballerina nail to rock back and forth this way. You don't want to go like this. You want to keep that just as straight as you can. But you're not going to go back as far into that cuticle area like you would with the narrow stiletto. You're going to kind of come to this point rather than back here. Once you get that done on either side, again, go up under, keep your file straight. And then the top, the end, excuse me, the top, the end, straight up and down. Straight up and down. I just hold your finger like this. Straight up and down. You can go back and you can cross-check it. Turn their hand around and cross-check it if you'd like. When you're top coating, I'll show you a little trick when we're top coating these. There is your ballerina. And then you're going to want to just slightly go up the top, just like we did the pinky one. Okay, narrow stiletto is so easy, it's not even funny. Really all you're doing is you're going up and under it, you're cleaning up all the colored acrylic that might have gotten stuck to the bottom. Do the other side. And all you're really wanting to do, oh no, am I in the... All you're really wanting to do is bring it to a nice sharp point. And see where the regular stiletto meets right about here on the nail. You're going to be filing to this point, like so, about right where my white ends on my French tip. And then you'll go up under. Whoops, I bumped that. You'll go up under and clean that up and bring that to a nice sharp point. Stuff over top. Easy peasy. Those are like probably the easiest ones if you start out with the stiletto tip. Coffin, I would say, is the second hardest. This is definitely the hardest one, is the narrow stiletto. And I could even go a little narrower than that. I mean, I could literally get it into a sharp, sharp, sharp point. But for this demonstration of this video, and for beginner's sake, it's just easier if I just show you the way I did. So now the coffin, the mistake that a lot of people make is they do a coffin like this. They start right about here and file back. For a true coffin nail, you really have to get back in there to the back of that nail and file just as straight as you can. So you see there's a little bit of leeway here. You want to make that just as straight. If you see or feel any rounding on that side of that nail, it's got to be straight to be a true coffin. So it doesn't matter if you're bringing it down in tighter. It's not going to look bad at the end. Because by the time you get your top coat on it, it will look fine. So now we have a nice sharp line all the way to the back where the nail starts to curve at the back of the cuticle. And some people do their point. I do sometimes, like so. Then you've got that nice straight tip. Nice pointed straight. And once again, you'll go up under the sides. Keep your file straight up under. You don't want to lean down. You don't want to come back. Because if you do that, you're going to wind up with either a really curved nail or a really nail that looks like it's slanting straight up from the side profile of the finger. So keep that super straight and in line with your sides. And it's easy as that. I'm going to wipe these real quick. I'll wipe them, we'll top coat them. And you can see the finished look. These colors, by the way, are from my Artistry Acryl Dips, and they are as follows. This one is Lavender Ice is Nice. This one is Blushing Bride. This one is My Barbie Car is a Corvette, and this one is My Cabana in Havana. And I love these colors. They're very rich. They're very highly pigmented. You can use them as in a colored acrylic like I did in this tutorial. You can use them as a dip. You can use them to do a chrome finish. And I'll actually show you exactly what I'm talking about here in just a second. So we're going to cure these for 30 seconds. And that way we can show you the chrome finish on these. They lay down like so smooth. Smooth is better. And super easy to maneuver. They stay wet just long enough to place them, and then they dry very quickly once you stop working with them. So if you're interested in trying them, leave comments below. Like, subscribe, and I'll get with you on get back with you on the order if you'd like. So in order to chrome this now, we used a no cleanse top coat. I like D&D no cleanse top coat, and I'm just going to stick my finger in here, and I don't know if you can see the, where am I at? There's the powder on the end of my finger, and I'm just going to rub this, and it's going to go give it the same color. It'll do the same color, but it just does in a chroming effect. And then you just rub with your finger, rub with your finger, rub with your finger, and now there's that chrome. Once you top coat that, it'll really show up. I'm going to go ahead and do the purple too. The purple's very pretty. This gives it a bit of a metallic look. You can do this over other colors as well. Well, it brought out where I bumped it, I guess. I must have bumped that one. Well, win some, you lose some. Yeah, one thing about chrome, it brings out all the flaws and everything, unfortunately. So that one is a little bit messed up on the side, but when you top coat this, it just completely gives it an iridescent effect. I don't know if you can see that or not. Isn't that cool? It's got a blue, green, gold, silver undertone to it. So I'm going to put this in the light for 30 seconds. Oh, I must have bumped it with the light. I bet I did. So like, subscribe, keep watching. I do a video every Monday, at least one, sometimes two if I have time. And they're usually tutorials or hacks on different things. And follow me on Instagram, Teresa B Nailed It. And there are your 4 shapes for your nails. Can you see those? Thank you and have a good day.